How you doing, YouTube? Today or tonight, I have I actually got a cigarette review for you today. Uh, I figured what better place to start than my cigarette of choice as of right now. Um, I smoke probably more than I should, probably around half a pack, if that, a day. I don't know. I smoke between 6 and 10 cigarettes a day, depending on how bored I am. But my cigarette of choice is Marlboro Menthol, and I usually smoke the 100's just because when I take a smoke break, they the 100's give me a little bit more of a smoke. They also have a little bit longer a filter on them, I've noticed, but it doesn't make up for this one. But as you can see, they got a stylish case right here, and it's got the Philip Morris symbol right here. Got Marlboro written across the front, 100's. And up in the corner there, up here, you see menthol, and it's a green ribbon. So, and as you can see, like all Philip Morris products tend to do, the cellophane on the outside comes right off even all the way around. Alright, you open it up. It has a little bit of a foil there. Got the Philip Morris banner right across the top there. Okay, let's try to pull that up. Comes up nice and easy. Okay, nice and clean. It's perforated. Does exactly what it needs to do. Right. So let's take one of these babies out. Oh, I forgot the pack. Alright. Now with these, I recommend a half pack, which is, I don't really know if it's a general term, but Dan from Real Cig Reviews uses that term. It's like, it's just like a light pack, just to work the tobacco down into the cigarettes a little bit more, but you're not packing it down so it's so tight that the draw on it's tight. You know what I mean? You're just making it so that your cherry's not going to fly off, and it's a little bit more of a durable smoke, I guess, and it burns more even, and lasts a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a pack. Just that, just a little bit, right? Pop them open. I'm going to take one of these babies out. If I can learn how to work this. Okay. So here we got your cigarette, right? It's got the corky brown filter on it. This is a horrible camera, but you could probably see that it's got a little bit. It's got two little like bronze or gold stripes there, and it says Marlboro in, it's either blue or gray. It says Marlboro. Let me see. Turn it around so you can see it. Marlboro. Okay. It's a pretty long cigarette. It's 100's. So, as you can see, my half pack didn't really bring down the tobacco all that much. It was just enough to pack it down in there and, get it packed up. Let's take a little smell of this. Right off the bat, you can smell the menthol. It's kind of more of like a spearminty type of menthol, I guess, is what I would compare it to. And you can definitely smell like a rich tobacco flavor or aroma. And I like the aroma right here. I'm gonna take a little couple dry puffs. The main thing you taste on these dry puffs is the menthol, but that's to be expected with a menthol cigarette. You also taste a little bit of tobacco. Let's see. It's really like a full tobacco taste without being like I know Reds. would be the perfect example of what to counterpart this in. It has a tobacco taste that's a little bit less than the reds, and then you have the menthol comes and it couples in with it. It's very nice. Let me just take a little time, just get it fired up. Okay, see what the first initial puff tastes like. You can kind of taste a little bit of the paper on there. The paper doesn't taste too chemically. It tastes like you're burning a piece of paper. That's to be expected when there's a little bit of paper at the end with no tobacco in it. Let's go ahead and take it into my mouth and get a feel for the taste of a full drag. Also, we're going to look at the body here. So, the wind's kind of fucking me up, but the taste, you definitely taste the menthol right off the bat, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Not for me anyway. I'm a pretty much a menthol smoker. I like my normal cigarettes, but for the most part, I do enjoy menthol. It gives a little bit more than just tobacco flavor, which is another reason why I like pipes, and I like, sometimes I go for like a Monte Cristo Negra is one of my favorite, like, I guess you could call them big boy cigars. They're like, the real hand rolled cigars you can get at a cigar shop. They run about, $4, $5, $6 a piece, depending on what size you get. Um, um, and those, I just like it because it's more along the lines of chill. You have something more than just straight up tobacco taste. With pipe tobacco, you have the flavoring and stuff like that. It's nice. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see what kind of what it's like going down into my lungs. I know, but I'm just for the sake of the review. Even though I smoke these all the time, for the sake of the review, I'm going to take a drag, take it into my lungs, see how it goes. Okay. Not really harsh at all going down. It's got a nice cooling sensation. It keeps it from being too harsh. I know Marlboro Reds, they're a little harsh on the first couple of drags, but then after that, it's just like these minus the menthol taste. I'm gonna take a nice big pull and bring it down deep into my lungs, like Dan at Sig Review does, just because I want to let you guys know if there's any pins and needles or anything like that. So. No real pins and needles. I mean, this is why I like this particular cigar, because cigarette, because it's got a nice flavor, but it's not completely overpowering, and it's not harsh within a certain reason. Let me just get a drink here. My mouth's a little dry. But something I like to do with these menthol cigarettes is I like to blow them out of my nose. I like the feeling of the menthol traveling through my nostrils. The cooling sensation you get afterwards. It's nice. Let me go ahead and do that for you. See, these really aren't bad. The When it comes out of your nose, it's just not overpowering with the stench. It's not you know, crazy, strong or anything like that. But yeah, it's quite nice. Um, well, this movie's running around 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into ratings here. Um, Body, it's got a nice body on it. Not entirely heavy, but it's got a nice body on it. I'm gonna give the body a 7 out of 10. Like like most Marlboro cigarettes, it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It's right in the middle. It's not, heavy like hookah smoke or anything like that. And it's not, it's just right. It doesn't bother with you too much. Um, Body for this is good. If the wind would stop, I'd be able to do smoke rings, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Yeah, give the body a 7 out of 10. As far as the smell, the pre-light smells pretty nice. You can get a good menthol smell off of it. I would give that a 6 out of 10. Um, just because menthol just smells nice, and it's good. Now, when it comes to flavor, I would say flavor, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. This is my opinion, just because this is why it's my go-to cigarette. Um, I'll flop around between types and brands and stuff, and it'll be, it'll be, you know, this is always my go-to cigarette because it's got a nice smooth flavor. It's not overpowering. It's not too harsh with the menthol. I've had Camel Crushes, and I really don't like the menthol kick it gives you, because once you crush that capsule, it's like menthol right in the friggin' face, you know. And I like menthol, but I don't like all that. But I'm gonna give that, a 9 out of 10 on taste. Um, as far as the smell I get when I blow it out of my nostrils, I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Based on cigarettes anyway, because I'm gonna go ahead and light up another one. But because close. There you go. Go ahead and give it an 8 out of 10 because where's my lighter? There it is. Got it. Oh no, my lighter's dying. Gotta find my other. Where's my other one? Have it on me? I do. Okay. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10 because, like I said, it feels nice coming out. It gives you a nice sensation coming out of your nose. It's not harsh. It's not gonna make you sneeze or anything like that, unless you're, a brand new smoker, and obviously that's gonna irritate you a little bit. But yeah. Overall rating, I haven't found a cigarette yet that has deserved a perfect rating on anything. Um, truth be told, it's I'm really early in my reviewing, but the stuff I've smoked in the past, there hasn't been one that's been as good as this, but even this one doesn't have what it takes to have a perfect rating for me. I get, it's just overall, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's very nice. I like it. It's the nicotine kick off these, a little high, but that's you get accustomed to it quick. But very nice. So yeah, overall 9 out of 10. there's anything else you guys want me to review, leave it in the comments below. And hopefully you guys will like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Foxy Pipes, and I'll be back with more reviews later. Give me your suggestions below. Thank you guys.